As we all know, you can't pour from an empty cup, and you can't create when you feel like you have nothing to give. Today, we're looking at how to reignite your creative spark when you're feeling burnt out. How to allow beauty and creativity to nourish you and motivate you to keep going. Welcome to Hey Beautiful Creative, the podcast designed to inspire and empower creative entrepreneurs just like you. Whether you're a full-time artist or crafter, a side hustler, or someone dreaming of starting your own creative business, this show is your new best friend, here to support and encourage you on your journey in creative entrepreneurship. I'm your host, Torie Nguyen. With over 2 decades of experience selling my handmade goods online, to boutiques, and at markets, I've been where you are and I'm here to help you grow. My best friend and I also own 2 retail stores and organize large craft markets, which gives me a unique perspective on combining creativity with effective business strategies from both sides of the table. Each week we'll dive into practical business and marketing tips, inspiring artist interviews, and the motivation you need to take your creative dreams and make them your reality. Whether you're looking to boost your confidence, refine your business skills, or take actionable steps toward your goals, this podcast will leave you energized and ready to chase your dreams. Hey, beautiful creative. Welcome to the show. If this is your first time joining us, I'm so happy to have you here. And if you are a regular, welcome back. I am also happy that you're here too. So how are you feeling? You feeling tired, uninspired, burnt out? Well, that's what we're talking about this week. How do you reignite your creative spark when burnout hits? We've all felt burnout from time to time or gone through periods of feeling way less creative than we'd like, especially if you've taken something you love and turned it into a business. You know firsthand that running a creative business doesn't mean that all you do all day is sit in a lovely light-filled studio and craft. You also have to promote your work, grow an audience and a shopper base, try to sell your things, maintain a web shop, do social media, keep up with bookkeeping, launch new products. I'm feeling overwhelmed and exhausted just thinking about all of it. It's so easy to burn out and to be bogged down by all of those other things, and then you feel like you've lost touch with your creativity. Even if you haven't turned your creativity into a business, we all have so much going on and it feels like the world is ending. We're running on a hamster wheel, trying to keep up with life and bills, friends, family, all of our obligations and commitments. It's no wonder you're feeling burnt out. And if you need some inspiration on why I think it's important to create art when it does feel like the world is ending, check out last week's episode. That's what it's all about. Now, chances are good you're feeling burnt out because on top of everything else that's happening in the world, you have also poured too much from your cup without refilling it. You're going and producing and doing without really taking moments to take in art and beauty and creativity and inspiration, not allowing yourself time to rest and replenish your cup. As we all know, you can't pour from an empty cup, and you can't create when you feel like you have nothing to give. Today, we're looking at how to reignite your creative spark when you're feeling burnt out. How to allow beauty and creativity to nourish you and motivate you to keep going. The first thing that would be helpful is to remember your why. Why did you start creating in the first place? Why did you start this business? Why are you doing this? For me, with Crafty Wonderland, when I'm feeling overwhelmed and on the verge of burning out, especially during busy seasons, I remind myself that we started that business to bring together shoppers and artists. We believe in buying handmade and shopping local and supporting artists. That's the core of what we do. and we provide a platform for artists to sell their work and make some money pursuing their dreams. It's a really beautiful thing to know that our business has a direct impact on the lives of people in our local community, and reconnecting with the heart of why we're doing that gives me the motivation I need to keep going and to put in the extra work during those busy times. For my jewelry business, I remind myself that making jewelry has enabled me to stay self-employed, to buy a house, to take vacations, and to live the life that I'm living. I can fit it into my schedule when it works for me, and I really value the flexibility in that. I also just really love jewelry. I love wearing it. I love buying it. I love helping other people buy it. It's one of my favorite things. So take a few moments and reconnect with your why. Why do you create? Why do you share your work with the world? And see if that helps you reconnect with your purpose. My second piece of advice is to step outside your routine. Get out of those ruts. Take a new route the next time you go somewhere that you always go. If you're driving your kids to school or taking yourself to work or the grocery store, go a different way than the way you always go. You might see something that you don't see every day. You may not, but it'll feel good to try something and to take a different route and open yourself up to the possibility of seeing something new and experiencing something outside of your daily norm. You could take a walk in a different part of your neighborhood or visit a place in your town where you've never been. Sometimes it's fun to just pretend you're a tourist in your own town and go to some of the places that people like to visit when they're there and try to see them with fresh eyes. It's really helpful to just endeavor to see something new. My favorite way to see something new is to travel. And obviously, I can't travel constantly, which would probably be exhausting anyway. And I don't even travel that frequently. So instead, I try periodically to just visit different neighborhoods where I live, to walk down streets I've never been in, pop into shops I haven't visited before, even like sit in a different restaurant or a different coffee shop. Go somewhere new and allow yourself to take in some new sights. Because I think when we're going to the same places all the time, taking the same routes everywhere we go, we're not fully paying attention. We're not fully awake or fully aware of our surroundings. Whereas when I'm traveling or somewhere new, I'm very present. I'm very in my body and I'm really looking around at what's there. And that's when I really like to take photos too. And I think it's so good for our brains to have that experience. And it's also really fulfilling, I think, because you're so present. And you can do this anytime. You can do this where you live on a regular day. Just really ground yourself and be present in what you're doing. And then give yourself a chance to see or experience something that's outside of your regular day, just to help you kind of feel something new. My next tip is to surround yourself with art. Look at art. You could do that by going to a museum, attend a gallery opening, talk to other artists, look at books of art or ceramics or jewelry or really anything. It doesn't need to be related to what you make or what you do. It could just be something that is fun to look at or something that you find interesting. Read poems, listen to music that really moves you. Maybe make a playlist of songs that really get into you, that make you feel motivated and inspired or alive in some way. You know which ones. It's the ones where you really crank up the volume. Those songs that really get deep into your being and they feel like they're moving through you. Make a go-to playlist of those for times when you're feeling particularly uncreative and uninspired. You can also look at art online or Instagram, but I would suggest disconnecting a bit from the online world and trying to experience some of those things in reality and in person. So looking at books, visiting places where you can see art in person. I think it will be helpful to just have those experiences. And maybe you'll meet some other people who are also inspired by those same things too. Next, I highly recommend just taking some moments to appreciate beauty. Spend a couple moments just really thinking about the beauty and the abundance of nature. Like if you're looking out a window or even if you're driving, really take it in and appreciate what you're seeing. Right now, where I live, the fall leaves are changing to the most magnificent colors, and they're different every day. I walk around my neighborhood and I love seeing how the trees change from one day to the next, and the colors kind of progress through their cycle. And I can never decide, like, there's some of them that are so bright red, and it's a color of red that I really forget exists. I don't think I see it anywhere else the whole rest of the year until it comes out in the fall leaves, and it's so bright and just really vivid and rich, and it's one of my favorite colors to see out in the fall. But I also really like the bright yellows. I think I like the bright colors, but they're all beautiful. There's even one street where if you're driving, you kind of drive under this canopy of trees and they're two-toned. It's like they're dark purplish red and also dark green. And they've got, a mixture of both of those colors. And I can't get a good photo of it. I've tried, but it's really fun. It's Southwest Macadam. If you live in Portland and you want to drive down that street in the fall, I highly recommend it because it's a really cool experience where all the trees are the same, but they're all like two different deep tones of these colors that I feel like we really only see at this time of year in nature. Highly recommend. So, wherever you live, whatever season it is, take a moment to notice what's going on in the world around you in nature. And taking those moments to be present and really appreciate what you're seeing will reawaken you little by little. You don't even have to do anything with that. Just let that beauty wash over you. Soak it in, let it sink deep into the core of your being, and let it feed you and nourish your soul. My next tip is closely related to that, and it's get outside and breathe fresh air. Only this time, you're not looking around at what's around you, although you could also do that. But I want you to breathe deeply. Go outside, take a really deep breath, and really smell the air. What does it smell like? Does it smell like it's just rained? Does it smell like exhaust? Does it smell like dirt? There's so many options. Take a really deep breath and just smell it, and then feel the earth around you. Feel the abundance. Feel that quiet, beautiful strength in nature. And then maybe take another deep breath and another. But take at least one really good one where you're just really paying attention to the smell. And I think that will also help you be more present. And I think the more we're present and the more we're connected with ourselves, the easier it will be then when you are ready to create, something will be ready to come out. Next, I would suggest moving your body. So take a walk or put on some good music and just dance around your house for a few minutes. Get your physical energy flowing. I am not someone who loves working out. Maybe you are. Make sure you're working out if that's something that you love to do. Just do some movement and get things flowing through your body. That's going to help move your creative energy around too. Next, open new pathways. So learn a new skill. Try a new medium in your work. Take up a totally different craft than what you usually do. Or just make something that's really different than what you're selling or what you normally make. Or, this one's fun, make something that's just for yourself. It's just for fun. You don't even have to show it to anyone. Nobody needs to see it. It's just for you and just for the fun of creating. But make something just for the sheer sake of making it. That's the sole purpose, is just to make it. You're not trying to sell it. It doesn't have to be anything. Just create. Or sign up for a class. Take a class at a local pottery studio. I love looking at the community college classes. There's so many fun things in there. You can learn gardening or Tai Chi or how to can things or motorcycle riding. It's endless almost, the topics that they have there that are classes you can take. So just try something new and see what that does for you. Try learning something different. Maybe the next time you're at the craft store or ordering supplies, maybe you've always wanted to try something like, oh, I've always wanted to try watercolor painting. All right, I'm going to buy this watercolor set and these papers, and I'm just going to play. I'm going to play and have fun and see what comes of it. And again, it doesn't need to be anything related to what your business is. The purpose is just play and fun and getting some creative energy out. And I think that will help you in your business moving forward too. It's going to feel good. My last tip is to allow yourself time to rest and regroup. So don't feel like you have to push through if what you're really needing is rest. If you think of it like seasons, winter is a time to rest, to regroup and recharge. You can have that season for your creativity and your business too. And it doesn't have to be in literal winter. It can be any time of the year. Or maybe you just need some time to kind of regroup and regenerate some of your energy. Sometimes taking some time away can be the best way to reinvigorate your enthusiasm for it. However, I will say that I wouldn't wait to feel inspiration strike you to keep working on your creative practice or to keep growing your business. Most artists will tell you that their success has come from showing up every day and putting in the work, whether or not they feel inspired that day. You can't wait for inspiration to strike because it may not. And you're going to get better just through doing and through practicing and through showing up. So don't let your lack of feeling inspired be an excuse not to practice and not to show up for yourself and your business. But if rest would truly be the best thing for you right now, and only you know that, and be honest with yourself, just do that. Allow yourself time to rest and regroup. So what are your favorite ways to refill your creative cup? Send me a message on Instagram and let me know. I'm at Hey Beautiful Creative, or tell me your favorite takeaways from this episode. And you know I love making lists, so my advice this week is to take a few minutes and make a list of things that you can do for yourself when you're feeling burnt out or creatively stuck. Because we're all different, so some of these things I'm suggesting might not feel right for you, and you may have other ways that you like to get the creative energy flowing again. So what lights you up? What gives you creative fuel? And keep that list somewhere where you can refer to it if you need ideas or if you're feeling particularly stuck in the future. Don't expect to do just one thing from your list and then suddenly feel completely rejuvenated. The goal is to work these things into your days in small bits. Make them a part of your routine. And having the habit of refilling your cup as you go on a daily basis or a weekly basis will help keep you from hitting empty again in the future. So that would be my best advice for how to avoid totally burning out in the future, is to just build in these moments of refilling yourself, of giving yourself rest when that's what you need, of taking in beauty and inspiration, being present, being inspired by other people's work and other art and music and nature. So, with that, I would like to read you another very lovely review that the podcast got on Apple Podcasts. The title says, "Love it." And it says, "What a lovely podcast for creatives either starting or already in the process of building their business. Insightful and encouraging advice that is sure to leave you feeling motivated and seen. Thank you for this podcast, Torie. Looking forward to future episodes." So Roman Ruby, thank you so much for that. That is a very beautiful, very kind review. I'm so excited that you're enjoying the podcast, and I hope for everyone listening, this is helpful for you. Please always reach out to me if you have questions or you want to learn about something else. You can get through my website at heybeautifulcreative.com or find me on Instagram at heybeautifulcreative. And if you would like to hear your review read on a future episode, be sure to leave one. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Beautiful Creative, have a wonderful week. Get out there and take some deep breaths in nature, breathe the fresh air, keep on crafting, and I will see you soon. If you enjoyed this episode or found it helpful, it would mean the absolute world to me if you would write a review, share it on your socials, or forward it to a friend. Be sure to subscribe or follow the show wherever you listen to your podcast so you don't miss out on upcoming episodes. And check out heybeautifulcreative.com for more resources designed to help you take your creative dreams and turn them into your reality. See you next week.